When covering our base, we're going to be cutting pages slightly shy of the actual base. So for example, this one in centimeters is now 14 centimeters by 16, so I would cut 13 centimeters by 15. Once you've cut it to size, and like I say, I'm leaving a small border all the way around, I'm also going to stain that edge and then glue it down. We're going to add some glue onto here. Again, we do have bits of plastic, so taking that into account, be throwing down some of our all-purpose. It takes a while to dry, so we can line everything up according to where we want it. And continue. However, obviously where you have pockets, you're going to be cutting smaller pieces. What you need to do is you need to work your way through covering, measuring and covering accordingly. Every side of this has now been covered, and you can see that I've gone back round and stained it quite heavily for that grungy look that I like. This is now ready for decorating and inserts or flips and tucks, whatever we decide to do with this. One of the first things we need to do is define where the pockets actually are. And the way you can do that is using lace or washi tape or a combination of the two, or even a strip of an alternative paper. With this one, we'll use a strip of an alternative paper. You can either grunge this edge or you could stain it with a different colour. I might actually stain this one with a different colour, the peeled paint, which is a dark green. On this side, I might do some washi. Here we've got Christmas washi, and we could run that over the Pritt stick just to make it a bit stickier. I'm going to tear the edge so it's uneven. We could put some lace down, going through and making different ways to highlight where the pocket is. Once you've highlighted where all the pockets are, you also want to take advantage of the fact that the paper bags give you perfect spots for creating flips. Double-sided paper, we can do it so that it fits inside, so it'll glue inside that spot there. I'm going to score it down so we know where the turn is. It would go in and would then flip this way, so you have a journaling spot. That would actually hide it, so it's almost a secret flip. You could round the corners, which I might do, and stain those edges. Another thing that can be very quickly and easily added to the paper bag to create a flip is a envelope. When you flip it open, you do have a natural pocket. What I might do is line the inside of this just so that it's not too plain with some of the scrap, decorate the front, and then that would be for another journaling card or a piece of paper for journaling on. I've done a very quick envelope here. I'm not overly keen on that dark red against the bright red, but it's done now. That is going to be glued into there and will then flip open. This is still an open bag. If you don't want to seal it down completely but leave it as something you can put something in, then you could use Velcro dots to close it up. Stick them together and stick them down like that and burnish it. Very gently pull them apart and burnish them separately. Just want to make sure they stick down independently of each other before closing it again. In there you could put, for example, a plain card. You could decorate that and pop it in there, and that then becomes something extra to journal on. I've quickly decorated this with a spare piece of paper and one of the tags. Inside it's very white, So I'm going to take the vintage photo and the soft blending brush and just take it down a little bit. Use a Christmas style stencil and a different colour, for example the green, and blend in a couple of these. Not looking for perfection on that, just something of interest. This will now go inside the bag. And there you have an extra journaling notelet. Then you've got, I think, 3 more bags to add extra flips to, or notelets to, or both. Let's quickly walk through what I've done in the way of additions to those paper bags. With the next one, we just have 2 basic flips. This one has been sealed down completely because of everything getting too bulky. And then the last one I made into another bag that can hold a card. So that's our next card going into that bag. And again, an envelope flip and a normal flip. So one bag was completely sealed down, and where it was completely sealed down, it was sealed down along those expander edges. With the one that's got 2 flips, I sealed it down and again sealed down along those expander edges. So now there are only 2 operational bags in that journal, and as you can see, when you bring that over, it's already filling what I left for spines. In the next video we will be decorating the pages and adding tags and adding a closure.